Greetings, my friend. I'm Gilles Monsillor. I'm still here, waiting to be called to into actions. I hope you're having a good day. We're getting ready for this very powerful eclipse in a couple of days that will really remove a lot of things. It might also bring a lot of things to the. Do not be concerned if you have like old energies, old people, old memories that come back to the surface. I come to speak about spiritual ascension, the eternal truth of who we are. We forgot when we came down here. I thank you so much for subscribing. I thank you for your likes, your comments, and for sharing. Sharing is very important. It is very essential. I thank you also for your donations if you can. I wanted to say that life is an eternal river. It's a flow. We need to let the life flow through us, not to be in resistance as much as possible, remembering we are eternal beings. We have no beginning and no end. We'll always be. As a soul will always be, the soul has maybe have a beginning when we started to experience life in the physical, in the temporal universe, but it has no end. And an ultimate goal of the soul is the return to the source, the spirit, the spirit of the creator. I'm going to discuss that briefly. For there is really an opportunity in this lifetime to put an end to any and all karmic patterns from all our past existence. And and for that we need to trust the divine will of our soul. It is very important. We don't remember those past lives, but we choose to if we choose to complete the cycle, the karmic wheel, then it's like it is a life. This existence, this incarnation is an opportunity for life, but we are challenged by those energies of past life, those imbalance. Also, we are attacked, or not attacked, but we're constantly confronted with the dark ones who are pushing by all means that they can to slow down our progress, to slow down our joy, to slow down the prosperity, to slow down the abundance. Those beings do not come from God. All come from God, but their will is in opposition to the will of God, and they will be removed. But for now, we have to deal with. Sometimes we deal with some of them. For it's like. Regardless of what is going on, our light needs to be as light as a feather. Our heart needs to be as it's the goddess mat. That's at the end. Our heart, because the karma is like a balance. What comes from the ego is on the side. What comes from the heart is on the other side. So we want the heart to be more than what the ego has created. Understanding all the warlike, the brutal, the brutes, the conflictual, the cruel people of this world will have to be removed. We cannot take them into this new world, this paradise Earth. They will be relocated into another younger planet. They will work out their karma until they're ready to be reintegrated into the greater family of spirit. For the spirit of God never changes. It is perfect. It is absolute. God is and always will be all. From beginning to end, and he knows all the ins and outs of all things. So from the spirit point of view, spirit cannot change. We have this eternal spirit that has never been touched, but there is also the soul of God, the universal soul of God that seeks experience, that seeks to grow and learn and continue to explore life. For if life didn't stop exploring itself, it would disappear, it would vanish, and God wants to exist eternally. So he's created a universe of universes for the exploration for experiences, and they are countless. He explored that in infinite diversity, and the soul of God, we are an extension of that soul. We are part of that soul. We are the totality in reality of the soul of God, but well, not the soul of God, but the spirit of God. And so we are the whole in reality, but we are also a unique extension of that. So the soul is seeking to learn through experiences, and the soul is the essence of love and creativity. The soul is the divine part of who we are. But when we listen to the whisper of our soul, that reminds us of our divine eternal origin, and we want to return to it, we're becoming acutely aware of all our fears, all our shadows, and so life becomes a lot more difficult than when we could just brush it off or ignore it. So And it's normal to feel a little bit disconnected from the mass consciousness, to feel isolated. So it's not an easy path, and but it's forcing us to seek the inner light, the inner life, rather than focusing on the shifting sand of time, which is temporary and illusionary. So we have to connect to the elements of our body, the elements of nature, and to our divine soul. It is within ourselves, yet we accept to be guided from above as well. For we need to free the inner child. The inner child is petrified by and trapped by the limitations of the matrix. When we were young, we didn't need to feel all that. And then at some points when we had to adapt to this situation. So now we need to bring back this inner child, the magic child, eventually in the sixth dimension, when we fully realize our eternity and we can become full creator. What we have to offer to others is our experience, our unique soul experience, and our inner light, to share this painful journey we had to accept, to traverse, to go through, and to experience in order to achieve that point of freedom and serenity. For we do want to take ourselves very seriously. We are very serious being in this energy. But we cannot take seriously the circumstances of the matrix. Sometimes our emotion, our mind, whatever we're going through it's a temporary experience, but who we are is a divine concept of eternal and finite reality. So it's like we have children of God, so we need to love ourselves and take care of ourselves. It is very important. For what we sharing, is the energy that is born of our inner transformation. And there are people that will receive these energies and those who will resist it. So it's just, we don't want judgment. Everybody is on his own soul plan, soul path on different level. For ascension is a choice, but once the choice is made, there is no more choice. It's not an easy path, but that's the only one that we know can liberate us forever, because as we accept to submit ourselves to our higher self, our inner self. But at some point there is no choice, but to embrace our destiny, to have gratitude and acceptation for all that is, and to respect everybody else's process or journey. For the light is gaining a lot of ground behind the scene, and many disclosures are coming more and more and more. After all the delays were just here to assure the guarantee, the victory of the light. It's been such a long time in planning, so it's just. But after all the delays are over, which I think they're we're getting to the point where of the breakthrough. All those who have served life, who have from a pure intention, a pure heart, who will be vindicated, will be recognized, and all those who participate will be rewarded in accord to what they've given, for the work they've done, and for God knows what the intentions of each with the past. But there's no judgment. God loves all His children equally. But ascension is a meritocracy. We need to put out an energy in order to receive in a magnetic universe. So, but we can see that we're a lot more calm, and we're able to deal with situation with more serenity and more lucidity. So that's a mark of our progress. And the more we can surround ourselves with other people that are sharing our energy, the more powerful we become, and the faster the change will come. I have this amazing project that I'm really eager to put in motion, because it's like I know it's going to greatly accelerate the whole process. It's a global project. We won't talk about it because there's sort of need for discretions. But it will. For everything is already in the works on the inner planes and on the astral plane and on the soul planes. But now it's like I'm very eager to move into the physical planes. So I hope this message was interesting, and continue to follow your creativity, your inspiration, your joy. Try to connect as much as possible to other people who share your intentions, your visions, your goals, and keep your goals in focus. The card of the day is reparation, and there is a need to bring things back into balance and order, to be vindicated for all the work we've done, because a lot of things a lot of dysfunction or that happened in our life were not our own doing. They came because of egos that interferes, and now it's going to be like we're going to bring justice and balance into the process. Well, I'm going to finish by a song. It's a song about someone that's like, say, well, at the end, there was this book by Jean-Jacques Rousseau, was the Dream of a Lonely Traveler. It was at the end of his life. Basically, he was a philosopher from the 18th century. Some of his work was the basis for the Declaration of Human Rights, and but he had a very difficult life, and at the end he was wandering. It's like he had a lot of guilt and from things like nonsense things, and he said, "Well, I wish I lived more. I should say I lived better. For we may all think at the end of this incarnation that there are certain things we didn't do, we could have done, but we've learned and participating and." To the best of our ability, so do not diminish the value of your own contribution to the plan of the Creator. And so this is a song that talks about that. It's called My Way. It goes like this. And now the end is near, and so I face the final curtain. My friend, I'll say it clear, I'll state my case, of which I'm certain. I've lived a life that's full, I've traveled each and every highway, and more, much more than this, I did it my way. Regrets, I've got a few, but then again too few to mention. I did what I had to do, and so it's true without exemption. I planned each charted course, each careful step along the byway, and more, much more than this, I did it my way. Yes, there were times, I'm sure you knew, when I bit off more than I could chew. But through it all, when there was doubt, I hid it all and spit it out. I faced it all, and I stood tall, and did it my way. I've loved, I've laughed and cried, I've had my fill, my share of losing, and now I still subside. I find it all so amusing to think I did all that, and may I say, not in a shy way. Oh no, not me, I did it my way. For what is a man, what has he got? If not himself, then he has not to say the things he truly feels, and not the words of one who kneels. The record show I took the blows and did it my way. The record shows I took the blows and did it my way. For the curtain is not over. We still have many things to do on this planet. Still, it's like sometimes we want to look in our past and have a clear to be able to review our past with compassion and see that to find gratitude in relationship to all those things that this life has been providing, God has provided for us, and the best is yet to come, of course. So the observer of the day is patience. Sometimes we create our own delays sometimes, and consciously. And so we do need to be patient, but the time is always now. The wisdom is security. We need to find to create this security, to feel secure within our own light, and to know that all things can come from God, and to really be as much as possible within the divine energy that can provide all things for us. What we need to understand is release. Those eclipses will really assist in the release of the old. What we need to do is diligence. We need to pay attention to the details, and to be very to plan every step along the byway, and to be open and flexible to the blessings that comes, and unexpected blessings that come along the way. And the outcome is simplicity. For we've been. I feel like sometimes my inner relationship is for my soul connection, and made me very complex, very complicated things. But I long for simplicity. The spiritual path is simple. To have a simple and spiritual life is good enough, and also just be. That's where we seek, and this is the outcome and the key. So we'll move back into the simplicity of living, the grace and the ease and the joy that we can share, and the enfoldment, the gracious enfoldment that is coming. Well, I hope this resonated with you. I wish you a wonderful day. Thank you very much, and I'll talk to you later. Namaste.